So Saeed, CYPPP, says, is G pronunciation changed when you're saying words like chilling and doing at the end of a sentence? It's a very good question because I have to say that it is. Normally when we say G, we say it either as J or G. Now if we say a word like, for example, suggestion, we're using both the G and the J sound. The G sound is the hard sound, and the J sound is the soft sound, which sounds like J, right? The normal rule is if E, I, or Y follows a G, then it's going to be soft. Now there are plenty of exceptions to that. For example, you could say gift is a hard G sound, but it is followed by an I. But gist, for example, is a soft G sound, and gentle is a soft G sound, and gym, G-Y-M, is a soft G sound. It's the J sound, right? Whereas the others are hard, G, right? So that's the general G-E-N, general idea, right? But when it's at the end with ing, it's kind of special. The G sound doesn't make the kind of G sound we normally think of when we think of a G. Instead, we're doing this. Now, the important difference is to not make the N sound. Na. So when you want to make the G-I-N-G sound, put the back of your tongue up against the back of your throat as far as you can. And then release it forward. Nga. When it's closed, you'll notice that all of the air is coming out of your nose. So what you can do is put your thumb up against your nose and do this. Notice, you can even do two fingers if you want. Notice that you'll feel some air coming out of your nose holes, also called nostrils, and not out of your mouth. No air is coming out of my mouth, but there is air coming out of my nose, right? Because when I'm pushing the back of my tongue up against the back of my throat, it's forcing the air out. Now you might say, okay, well, what's the difference between that and the N sound? The N sound is You hear the difference? There is a difference. One sounds a little deeper and more nasally, and the other one sounds like the air's gone into my mouth and then out through my nose again. In the N sound, we're going to put the tip of the tongue up. We're still blocking all the air. All the air is still coming out through the nose, right? But the difference is that it's the front of the tongue that's blocking, behind the teeth. Na. A good way to hear the difference is to release it and close it many times, and then you can very clearly hear the difference. Some people can't hear, for example, They are different. They feel different. They are different. It's hard to tell the difference until you release them. So a good way to practice it is to release it quickly. So N like this. But if we put it in the back, then it's going to sound very different. Right? Now, the reason this is tough is because with words like, for example, chilling, we're not always releasing the nga sound like that, but we still have to put it in that position. So even if you don't say chilling nga and release it out, at least you have to put your tongue in that position. Push it up to the back of your throat and close it off. Okay? So chilling is different than chillin'. Chillin'. The other difference is that I am stretching my mouth a little wider if I say ing instead of in. Chillin', my mouth is relaxed. Chilling, I'm smiling wider, right? And the back of my tongue is pushed up. Chilling. Now, chillin' is a sort of casual, informal way to say chilling, so you'll hear that. And a lot of music will use the IN apostrophe instead of the ING, which is fine. But generally speaking, if you want to say the ING clearly, you have to make sure you get the tongue back up there. The other one was doing, right? Doing, can you say doing? D-O-I-N apostrophe? Yeah, a lot of people say, what are you doing? What are you doing? In fact, most people probably say, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Right? With the N, the front of the tongue comes up to block. But if you're saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm smiling a little bit more, and the back of the tongue is the one coming up. So that's the difference between these. That's how we say these clearly. And you have to really notice the difference in the feeling and the way that the air comes out of the nose. It's tough, it's subtle, but you have to practice it in order to sound totally natural. Hopefully that helps, Saeed. And thank you for the question. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my courses in the links in the description.